The tough economy has millions of Americans spending less, charging less, probably a good thing there. Number of Americans defaulting on their credit cards went down in the month of June, as did the number of those making late payments. In fact, on-time payments have been on the rise all year long. They are good indicators, but what to do if you are among the millions with card balances that just seem too big to ever overcome? One thing you might want to do, let's talk to this guy, Attorney John Mastriani, who goes to battle for people in that predicament. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
And basically what you do is you kind of take up the cause for people who are having some trouble with creditors, yes?
Yes.
Well, let me start with this, and voice the thoughts maybe somebody has. What's wrong with somebody paying their debt?
There's nothing wrong with paying their debt.
All right.
We believe that people should have to pay their debt. However, there's situations where people just can't pay their debt. And sometimes the credit card companies actually put the people in this particular situation.
And by that you mean that the extension of credit has been out of control for years and years and years.
Yeah, I believe two things. I believe with respect to the extension of credit and the fact that they don't screen the people adequately. We have a particular client that makes about $19,000 a year. She was given close to $100,000 worth of credit card debt, 10, 12 different credit cards.
That dynamic way out of whack there. So for someone who just gets out of control and can barely even can't even make the minimum payments, and that will never get them paid off on their debt, the aggressive nature of the creditor has gone up in recent years, hasn't it?
Yes, it has.
How bad is it?
It's pretty bad. I mean, first of all, the creditor doesn't even give the people the opportunity to try and renegotiate, which is kind of counterproductive. I have people that will come in the office and they'll tell me they've been calling the credit card companies, explaining to them they've lost a job, illness in the family, or something. Can you please just help me with the interest rate? But they don't
get any traction with that conversation.
They actually are so counterproductive, it's almost laughable. They'll tell you, hey, what you need to do is wait till you get into default, then we can talk to you. So they're actually encouraging these people to not pay their own bill, so that way they're in the default scenario, and then they'll start speaking with them.
Well, why would they take that tack? Is there something in the process that makes that advantageous for them?
I don't know. There could be some type of accounting reason, but when we call, even myself, people will come and they'll go, we're getting in trouble, and we try to do a preemptive strike to renegotiate. They refuse. Even with the volume I have of clients, when we try and call them up, they just refuse to do that.
So with the credit card company, and whether it's them or perhaps they've sold a consumer's debt to a third party who's trying to collect, you get the call, hi, this is ABC creditor, you owe me money, you better pay me now, and then the threats can get out of control, can't they?
Yes, I've seen the very, very bad threats and very demeaning. That's not how people should be treated. People are individuals and they're human beings. If they have a problem, there's no reason that the creditor shouldn't, call and at least try to find out what's going on. But to repetitively hammer them is absolutely ridiculous.
So if it gets to the point where a consumer, a debtor, has to call in some big guns such as yourself who can go to bat for them, how do you get a creditor to accept a little less than what they actually owe? And how are they going to take less than they owe?
I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that we have a pretty good reputation for going to trial at the Mastriani Law Firm. And they know that if they're going to continue to push and push, it's going to actually make it expensive for them to try and collect. And, there's some good attorneys out there on the creditor bar that actually do have the empathy for the people and will actually work with you.
At some point, you can't get blood from a rock.
Right.
And if there's only so much money to go around, then somebody's going to have to take the hit. That includes the debtor as well. If they have to settle this way, then that's part of the deal as well. Yeah.
Correct, yes.
Joe Mastriani, we do appreciate the wisdom. Thank you very much. Hopefully people can solve this on their own without having to hire somebody, but if so, it's wisdom well advised.